I'm Michelle Murad. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, welcome to our show, along with my good buddy,
Kyle Trueblood. How are we doing?
Yeah, and we have a very special guest, Miss Lena Frenzel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So good. So you are the owner of Lucid Achievements. It's all about people pursuing their best lives and businesses too, right?
Yes.
That's amazing. Can you tell us how that all happens?
Yeah, for sure. So Lucid Achievement, as you see from the word already, has the word achievement in it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about, I love that you talked about life coaching, you want to become a life coach, you know. It's all about getting people to where they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
We all have dreams and we can get stuck in them, right?
Yeah.
Life is tough. Things happen with your family or maybe your health. And so
Right.
I help people realize their dreams and get everything out of the way that, you know, that is blocking them.
And that's for like every industry? Anything?
So I focus a lot on individuals that want to make a shift that is holistic and really loving themselves in the process. So the lucid aspect is do it in a way that you're aware. Actually, you're not just suppressing, like let's just achieve A, B, C, D, E, while forgetting about your health, all your other goals, but really doing it in a holistic way.
So looking at the whole picture as in like, okay, so this isn't working because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So if somebody comes, so I'm calling you on the phone. I'm like, Lena, my life is a sham. I mean, I'm sure it's not that dramatic for your clients. My dating life is going terrible. My career stinks. I don't like the way I look. Where do we begin? Can you walk me through what a session would be like with you?
Totally, yeah. I love to share an example of one of my
please.
clients. So she actually came to me for career coaching. And she was making about $60K in her job. She just moved from Hawaii to California.
Why? From Hawaii to California? I'm kidding. I've never been to Hawaii. I think it's supposed to be beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And she's this like beautiful, talented, 30-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And she worked for the government, kind of in a marketing role, and she just wanted to, make a change and level up here in California. And career coaching was the thing that she came to me for. Help me find a better job. And as we do this work, I really got clear with her like what she really wants. She wanted way more for herself, but she was stuck in this job for so long. For months she was stuck there, for years actually, 6 years. She was in the same position, and we discovered like, wow, like she wants so much more for herself, but actually there was a part in her that didn't believe it was possible. There was a part of her that didn't think that
she was worthy.
She was worthy of that, and I look at her resume, it's like, dude, you have like 10 years of executive experience, all these marketing techniques, and she was selling herself short. So even though she came to me for career coaching, all that we did was actually the inner work.
Oh, so what kind of inner work do you do when you're sitting across from someone? What do we start with?
Yes. So I work with this concept of parts.
Okay.
So we all have parts of ourselves. Just because you're feeling anxious doesn't mean that you are anxious. There's a part of you that's feeling anxious.
Oh, interesting.
And there's a part of you that's a go-getter. And we can actually start to get to know all these parts of ourselves and develop a relationship with them.
So how do we develop a relationship? So I actually struggle with anxiety. So talk to me about what that means. Like what part of me is struggling?
Yeah, exactly.
The brain part? Like what part?
Yeah, so in this practice, I guide you to basically step into your higher self.
Oh, cool.
That is a part of you that is so wise, that has access to all the information. That part that is actually super calm, is not afraid, and is pure love.
Oh.
And so you get to actually separate yourself from that anxious part.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So you just step outside of yourself for a moment, and you get to experience like Beyonce's what's her Sasha Fierce? We get to step into our Sasha Fierce.
Yes,
I like
exactly.
that
could be like I like to also refer to as you can call it the queen self. Like you get to step into your queen.
I saw Andrea's eyes light up like the queen self. I love that, the queen self.
Because the queen has a kingdom to rule, right? And you get to step
Snaps for that.
out of your part that is anxious into your queen. Like how is the queen? The queen loves her people.
Oh, I love my people.
Take care of them, right? And so what you do, I guide you to actually have a conversation with the anxious part. And actually for the first time get to know that part.
So do you like ask yourself questions like, why am I anxious?
Yes.
Why are we experiencing this? That's cool. And then you just free form the answers. Very cool.
There's a standard set of questions, or is it always different?
Yeah, you're basically surfing your subconscious mind. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you get into, like, what, I read your story, but for those that are watching at home that want to get into knowing more about you, how did you want to become this coach to help other people achieve happiness and achievement?
Great question. It's a very long story, but I'm going to keep it very short.
Okay. We are a talk show, so you can talk.
Not too short.
we get played off when we got to roll, but
Yeah. So basically, I had the honor, but also the pain of being very sick when I was very, very young. Yes.
Oh no.
So
Can I ask what you were experiencing, or what that was like for you? How old
You
were
said
you?
the honor.
Yeah, the honor, because that's how I frame it now. Now I look back, and if you ask me, hey, would you not have gone to the hospital a couple times a year, have doctors throw their hands in the air, say, we don't know how to help her anymore, like we don't know why she's in constant pain, I'd say no, keep that in my journey.
Honor. I
Because
love that.
I wouldn't be at this place right now. You know, I would have not done the work to do this now and also bring this to, you know, the world of my clients.
So it's like almost preemptively expecting the inevitable negative to happen, but processing it in a much more productive way.
Yeah, it's this moment when I was so sick and like I hit a point where no doctors could figure out what was physically wrong with me, while I was in constant pain. I hit kind of one of these moments, right? A turning point in life where I was like, wow, I think I have to figure this out myself.
Yeah.
I think I have to start shutting out all the noise around me
Wow.
and just do the work to figure out, get to the root cause of like, what is causing me to be so
What
sick?
was the root cause for you, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. So I was in a very difficult environment, both from my family and then also like, you know, strong bullying and like stressors at home. Basically no place for me felt safe in my environment. And that caused my body to have all these inflammations, illnesses. I had
Oh my gosh.
what they call interstitial cystitis.
What is that?
It's a very fancy word for, have you ever had a UTI?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, imagine that, but forever, nonstop.
Oh my gosh.
And there's nothing that can heal it.
Oh my
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah, so for years I would be in this pain, and I was a 19-year-old thinking I would be a grandma and still be in this pain and never live like a healthy day in my life.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So what was your aha moment?
Yeah,
Was
the
it
turning
after
point.
like going to all these doctors and just being like, I just got to do this on my own?
Yeah, so the doctors could not help me. Like honestly, the medical system kind of tapped out with their knowledge, and so I went down this path of going through a list of 1,000 things I can do
Wow.
to help myself, and it got
Wow.
me on this path of mindfulness and really discovering
Wow.
the mind and how my thoughts were actually creating my reality, how my thoughts in the toxic environments were creating all this pain, like physically and manifest. And so yeah.
It's amazing how our thoughts can make us sick.
Yes.
Truly. Like, because
Yes.
I was experiencing that before Thanksgiving. I was really, really, really sick. I was sick. I got so sick. My immune system, like, I never get sick,
Yeah.
ever. And then I was just like out.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
mind
even be
over
able to
body.
come.
Yeah.
I wasn't even really able to come here. It was just, it just really, well,
You powered through.
thanks, Kai. Yeah, I have a great team.
Is there like a common denominator that you find in a lot of your clients that they're dealing with?
Yeah, I mean, they come usually because they have some type of goal and they're like, help me get there like quick, let's just make it happen, make more money, all that stuff. But then they also say like, also my current job, I'm miserable. Like I have all these things, but I'm not really fulfilled. And I just, what is next? How do I navigate this? And when we put ourselves in the king or queen self, we get to, again, witness actually all the parts of us and actually tune in of what's really going on and what do they really need. Sometimes we hold ourselves back from success because there's a part of us that is stressed out, is overworked, and sometimes all it needs is to be acknowledged. All that, and so you get to actually give that from your queen self to an anxious part.
Yeah.
And actually, you know, really see what's going on, just really pour love into that part of you,
Yeah.
and that part will calm down, that
Yeah.
anxiety will go
Oh,
down.
I love
That's brilliant.
that.
I love that you like said that you hit it from the concept of parts, because now you give yourself permission to
Yes.
be that, to be
Yes.
this, to be these parts you really don't want to admit are there.
Yes.
But it's just a part. It's not the whole thing. So it kind of allows you to admit that it's there.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
And that's the whole point, that, you know, there are no bad parts. All these parts that we create, an anxious part or a part, fear of failure, for example, that can block us from achieving our dreams, instead of pushing it to the curb, right? Let's have a conversation with that part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fear of failure is here to protect us, to keep us safe.
Yes.
You know, from
Fear
pain.
of failure. Push you to the curb.
No, I mean, like, this is how like the feminine mind is going to save the world, just because men are used, like everyone sweeps stuff under the rug, but men are like,
Yes.
men are very good at taking emotion and internal feelings and never
Yes.
addressing it.
Really?
Ever.
Really?
I mean, that's how we got
Do
here.
you find yourself? Do you find you do
naturally?
that?
Naturally.
You do that?
I think for males, naturally.
You put emotions under things.
Yeah, naturally. I think men naturally, like if we feel some sort of way
Yes.
and we know it's not appropriate, or we think appropriate, or
Can you give
we
me an
think it's
example?
not,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to tap
if
you.
we think it's not productive,
Like, can you give me an example?
naturally, if we think, honestly, this is like kind of sad, but like if a man is just sad
Mm-hmm.
about a normal thing, like he didn't like the way his brother, and I'm only a child, so this is
Okay, yeah,
but,
it's not personal.
Him and his brother me and my brother got into it, and I'm really sad about the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go out into the world and be like, I'm really feeling bad today. I didn't like the way my brother spoke to me. We just don't fashion it that way.
And you think
Suppressing.
that's
We
it?
suppress, and then we'll look for a solution, but we won't actually address the feeling it's giving us while it's bad.
Do you think when you push it down, you're creating more stuff?
No, not necessarily. I think
Or like-
that's probably the issue. We don't really multiply the problem.
What do you mean
We
multiply
think-
the problem?
We don't really perpetuate the issue
Mm-hmm.
by shoving it down. Honestly, we kind of solve it by shoving it down, but
Hmm.
we don't help ourselves
Yeah.
in solving the issue. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
We still solve things, but we're not actually helping ourselves. We're still damaged, but the problem's solved.
Well, whether you're man, woman, whatever, we all have feelings and emotions, right? Like, and you got to feel your feelings.
I feel some sort of way about open closet not having men's fashion.
I know. I
Yeah.
really wish you were there last night, Kyle.
I'm a personal shopper. I was a personal shopper at Nordstrom.
You're not
for
a
two-
personal shopper anymore.
I
You
was.
were a personal
I was a
shopper.
personal
You're
shopper.
a famous actor. You just signed with a new agent. Like,
I did.
I mean, this guy's like about to be in some big movies.
A part of you was a personal
A
shopper.
part, yes, I love that.
Thank you. Yeah,
We
see?
only have a couple more minutes with you, which makes me so sad because you're absolutely lovely, and I want to know how people can get in touch with you and all that great stuff. So please let people know how they. This is your camera over
Yeah.
here. Plug away. Let people know how they can reach you and all that great stuff.
Best way is through my website, lucidachievement.com. Reach out. You can book a meeting. I like to really get to know people.
Yeah.
What is going on. Kyle, you said a really important thing. Men, big part of my clients are men. I work
was
also
gonna
with
Really, that's
yes.
great. That's
and
great.
that's the most fulfilling, to see
Yeah.
them open up. I've had men,
Yeah.
they cried for the first time in 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like really open up, and they came out, and that's why it's like a rapid transformation. In one session, what could take years and years of talk therapy, not really feeling like you're really getting to the core of it. One session, you meet yourself. You meet that younger part of
That's
you. You meet that
awesome.
anxious part of you, and you heal it right there, and it's sustainable. So super awesome for men, yeah.
Yeah.
I just before I don't want to let you go, but before you do go, like, what is your favorite thing about what you do? What is it? What brings you the most joy?
Yeah, I mean, this is the self-love revolution, okay?
I
So
love that.
people say all the time, like, you have to love yourself, or I love myself, but honestly speaking, most people really don't, even if they say it. It's not an easy thing, but with this method, and again, you can do it yourself, like I teach you, I empower you to do this yourself. We become better people, we love ourselves, we love people around us, relationships get better, companies get better, communities get better. Like, this changes the world.
Yeah.
I
sure.
love that so much. I literally was just gonna ask you, do you have a school like there were like where people should be trained under you? Because
Yes.
if you can't, you do?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
we're working on a program right now where we're
That's-
actually training people to
I
do
saw
this.
it when you were talking. I was just like, you should have a school, and then people can be like, I was certified with Lucid Achievement,
Yeah.
and that's so cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations with that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, you're gonna heal the world, and it's been an absolute honor having you on our stage, and would love to have you come back for maybe a Wellness Wednesday. I'll talk to Daniel over there to make sure that happens, so we can get you back on the stage. Again, you can go. What was it?
LucidAchievement.com.
LucidAchievement.com. Lena, you're absolutely wonderful. Thank you
Thanks for coming on.
for sharing.
Thank you.
And yes, make sure to get in touch with Lena to fulfill that new year, new you, and new mindset. And you just start with little parts of yourself, right?
Yes.
And what was the website again?
LucidAchievement.com.
LucidAchievement.com for more information. Don't miss out on that. Especially if you want to get into your self-development and be a better person, because it all starts with you, right?
Nice.
Aw,
Thank you for
Lena,
having
please
me.
come
You're
back
amazing.
on. You're amazing too. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.